Hey fam, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. You guys might notice I'm not in the same place. I have moved. You guys can kind of bear with me as I figure out the lighting, the sound, even the room setup. This isn't even really the way I want it yet, but it'll do for now. I don't really care. I just so desperately wanted natural lighting, which I did not have in my last apartment at all. So let me know what you think of this setup. It's very simple compared to what I normally do, but I was trying to get a more natural look of the products. I've been rambling. Let me just stop all of this now. If you guys would like a life update video with more of moving and that type of thing, let me know. I'll do a life update because that's really where that belongs, not here. Today I'm so excited because we're going to be getting back into live swatching, which is one of my favorite things to do. My nails are shit, just so you know. I'm so sorry, but I just don't care. I missed filming so much. I just don't care to take the minute to paint them, but just know that I had that Butter London Molly Coddled on my nails for weeks and it was banging. So anyhow, today's a super exciting day because we're gonna be live swatching some brand new Colourpop cosmetics, you guys. Brand new eyeshadows, it looks like. Is that a cheek press shadow? That might be shadow. Might be all shadows here. I'm pretty stoked about this. I know I missed a few of the Colourpop collections for live swatches and I'm so sorry about that. It was just because of my move and I'm so excited to finally be here to just get back to filming and not have any interruptions. So I apologize, you guys. Thank you for sticking with me if you did. I also just want to take a minute to thank anybody who voted for me in the Colourpop to find who they will be collabing with next. That was really, really kind of all of you guys. I really appreciate it. It just means the world to me. Thank you so much. If you have not entered, I will leave it down below. And if you want to enter me, you can, or of course put somebody else that you watch. That's totally fine. So when I do my live swatching videos, you guys, I don't like to do primer. I don't like to give any of the shadows an extra oomph. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to give anybody an advantage. I don't want to give anybody a sticky base to adhere to and make them pop. So let's start with the powders. I try to go lightest to darkest just because they tend to stain my lids and the swatches can get a little confusing. So here is TIKI. I want to give TIKI a little rub, light rub. See how much came off. Well, it reminds me of like a canary yellow. Swatchy, swatchy, swatchy. Okay. There she is swatched on my hand, just for those who might want to see that. Okay, that picked up a lot. It is a lot of powder coming off too. And now let's start rubbing and blending that in. Ooh, sickly. Hey. Do I look sick or do I look happy? Okay, I'm packing a little more on. Very blendable, I'll say that. Pigmented, you guys. It is pigmented. So that's a sheer wash of it. I'm going to pack a little more on with my Sigma E58. I do see fallout. Okay, this is going to be one of those shades you definitely want a tacky base for, you guys. This has been pretty fallouty. Fallouty. It's simple. I really don't have much to say about it. It's nothing like super duper unique at all. I mean, hello, it's just a canary yellow. I don't think they were trying to do anything groundbreaking with this yellow. I think they were just making a simple yellow because there just isn't a lot of color in their shadow collection already, and they were just trying to kind of spice it up. So I do like it, but I definitely don't think you need it if you're, you know, if you have a million yellows. Actually, you guys, for the first time ever, I think I'm gonna go out of order in a Colourpop live swatching video. I kind of want to jump to this Super Shock shadow because it's yellow. I want to see it on top of the yellow shadow. I want to see it by itself. So I think it's best we kind of just get the yellows out of the way now since they are a little bit lighter. So this is TANKINI. Oh, it's that same type of yellow, maybe a little bit brighter than TIKI. TIKI still has that little bit of canary you can see in there. It's definitely a warmer yellow, whereas TANKINI, in my opinion, has a little bit more of like a neon pineapple-y factor. Okay, so to apply these, you can always use your finger or a brush. The brush that I prefer to apply them with is always the cream color E58 from Sigma Beauty. I do have a 20% off discount code until the 7th, and it's normally only 10%, so bear that in mind. It is an affiliate code as well. I'll have it linked down below, but that's what I like to use for these. If not that, you just use your finger and that's free and that's totally cool. And so I'm gonna swatch TANKINI first on my hand because I want to see how it is alone. It's like butter, like the Shea Butters, in my opinion. This is us in an eyeshadow fam. And because I don't have anything on this lid yet, I will pop some on here to show you how it looks by itself as just kind of like a top coat. There it is there on top of that lid all by itself. It's pretty. It's just a nice light yellow kind of frosted top coat color. Next I'm going to apply it with my brush because in my opinion sometimes it packs on a little more shimmer. It's a little bit more dramatic and I want to see what it will look like on top of this yellow. Oh my gosh, I love how that looks when it's super packed on. Oh my gosh. This is why I freaking love live swatching videos, you guys. Look at the two different effects we've had from the exact same shadow. This is why it's so tricky looking at people's swatches, because depending on how that person's swatching, you just don't know how it's gonna show up. You could swatch real sheer like this and you might see a really sheer layer like that, or they might swatch, you know, super concentrated like this and you might think you're getting, you know, something like that. I'm loving this. I'm really, really loving this shade Tankini. Next, I'm going to do the same with these two. I think that they're kind of very, my stomach just growled a lot. I kind of need to eat this Reese's I just saw. You guys thought I was kidding. I wasn't kidding. The next shadow I am testing is called the Best Coast Scenario. And then I also want to try Kelp Me on top of it. It's kind of the same orange family situation, and I think that they would look kind of pretty together. So here is Best Coast Scenario. Let's take a little finger swatch. Again, forgive my disgusting nails. I look so gross. I think that is super pretty. I think that just swatched on my hand so far looks like a pretty great orange. Of course, we're going to apply it on the eye and see what it really looks like. And I kind of like the method I've been doing. I first dipped my blending brush in it. This one definitely did not have as much powder, which is nice. This one was not as powdery. I'm going to take this and start blending all over my lid, up into the crease. So this is what it looks like when it's sheerly applied all over the lid. It's pretty, and I will love this behind browns and behind smoky looks. I love shades like this, like really neon-y shades popping out behind your shadow. I think it looks so cool. There's some light fallout, but nothing really too bad in my opinion. I really did not find this to be bad fallout on this shade compared to the yellow one. Compared to TIKI, TIKI definitely had a bit of fallout in my opinion. But this one is not as bad. It's a little patchy though on my lid, but I can get it to cover pretty easily. I freaking love this color, you guys. I think it looks exactly the same from my hand to my eye. I really, really love this shade. It looks beautiful in my opinion so far. And then I also want to try Kelp Me, which is a hilarious name. Did anybody else ever used to play that school game or that video game when you were younger on a computer and it was a fish and you could feed him kelp. He ate kelp sandwiches and he had to go swimming and you had to find things like treasure. Oh, I love that game so much. I don't know why, but the word kelp is just making me think of it. So anyway, this is what it looks like in its little pan. I want to get a swatch and swatch it on my hand. Oh! This is like literally freaking fire. There's always one that really just like knocks me off my socks. I'm like, this is something new. This is something I haven't seen. And this is that. So I'm really excited for this shade. And as we've been doing before the sun goes down, I'm going to put Kelp Me alone on this lid. So I want us to know how it looks by itself. Of course. Oh, do you guys see what I mean? It's like Fireball. Fireball. There it is all over my lid by itself with nothing else. And I love it. It's magical. And then I'd also like to try Kelp Me on top of this other one because like, oh, because why not? I want to see if it like emphasizes it. What does it do to it? I feel like peachy amazingness. Okay. These two layered together. Where's my brush? I need to get this on my cream color E58 brush right this very second. There it is on the brush. You guys can kind of see what it looks like. That's fun. It's like a firecracker. So obviously this eye is with the shadow underneath it. This is it by its own. Loving, loving, loving Kelp Me. Somebody kelp me. I can't stop kelping. Get it? Is that corny? Of course. Do you have a favorite of the two? I think I really... Okay, I will say that this one is much more unique. The Kelp Me Out, or just Kelp Me. Oh, Kelp Me. Kelp Me is beautiful. It's stunning. It's like a fireball. It's like magic. Tankini is really fun and reminds me of just like... It almost reminds me of Mardi Gras. I don't know why. Oh, I guess I know why, because it's like sparkly and yellow, but it's just a lovely canary yellow with sparkle, but not necessarily super unique. Now I'm excited because now we have both lids to work with. I'm going to be doing like kind of two shadows at once. So we only have 4 shadows left here. We have some kind of reddish shades and some pinkish shades, fuchsias and things. Pretty excited about these. They look beautiful. Let's go ahead and get started. Again, I'm not using a primer and I'm sure a primer would make them really, really pop. First, I kind of want to start with the reddish eyeshadow. I'm always intrigued by red shadows because it's extremely hard to make a red shadow. Not only because a lot of the dyes are illegal to be in your eyes or near your eyes or near the skin. A lot of dyes are absolutely not allowed. So I'm always really interested when a brand comes out with a red shade because I'm like, I wonder what they use. Sometimes they can bother your eyes too. Some people can be really sensitive. It doesn't say it anywhere on the packaging to not use near your eyes, but sometimes they might say it like on the website or something. So this shade here is called Oh Ship, which is hilarious. Oh Ship. And I'm going to take it with my Sigma Beauty E40 like we've been doing, and as per tradition, I'm going to start swirling this all over my lid with my E40, my clean E40. Wowza. This is very, very pigmented because I hardly dipped into the shadow because I was a little nervous it would create a lot of fallout, and it is creating some fallout, but it is way pigmented. Okay, so I'm gonna go around my lid. Okay, so far, super stainage on this one. Wow, you guys, that is crazy, crazy, crazy. I feel like it makes my eyes look so blue when I put it right next to it, right? Pack that on there with no primer. Holy shit. I mean, oh shit. I definitely recommend you guys pick up Oh Shit if you are a red shadow lover. I'm gonna pack a little more on with my finger now. I mean, I can even pack more on with my color and really press it in. It doesn't just lay on top. It really goes in, and it just, oh, whoo, that is crazy to me. That is crazy. I love this shadow. Oh shit. The next shade I want to try is kind of like a fuchsia, red, pinky color. This is called For Sure. Oh my gosh, I love anything that has the word shore in it. It reminds me of the Jersey Shore. So here's For Sure. Compared to my eye now, you can see a lot more pink. Let's actually swatch it on my hand. Right next to it. Oh, you guys. That is a hot, 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 hot pink. The hotter, the better. That's what I always say. Literally never said that about anything in my life. Let's take this one with a more fluffy brush. This is the Large Fluff E50 from Sigma Beauty, which, hello, look how much color it picks up. Dang, Colourpop, that is a bright pink. Pretty much average fallout, and I'm just gonna start by packing it on my lid like this. Without primer, I would say this one is extremely patchy. It is very patchy, it's very dry. I'm just kind of rubbing it all over my lid so you guys can kind of see the dry way that it's applying. Of course, I did not, and oh look, I could even wipe it away if I wanted. Yeah, I'm actually not so sure about this one because even with all that shadow on my brush that you guys saw, that's all that went on. Maybe with a primer this one would be better, but no, this is no good. No, this is no good. I love the color. The product is no good. Oh, I love that color, actually. I wish it was good because I think if we use a white base, like a NYX Jumbo Shadow Stick or something like that, or like Benefit's Eye Primer, something really tacky, I think we could get it to show up really nice, real pretty. That could be real fun. You can make like a really nice sunset smoky eye. Like remember back in the day on YouTube when like sunset smoky eyes were like the thing? I'm gonna tell you right now that this pink one stains a shit ton and it looks like it's a little bit difficult to use. I love the color so much, so that makes me really sad to say that. I strongly dislike how patchy it looks. Of course, bear in mind I have no shadow primer on, and something like a primer would probably really change that. I'm gonna take it with my finger and pack it on because there's obviously a little moisture on my finger because I'm a sweaty little Grotsky biatch. And I'm gonna pack that on my main lid. I'd really love to see the effect of this shade like all over a lid. Oh, love, 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 love the color, love the shade, hate the consistency. I hate how it applied without a primer. Yeah, definitely keep that in mind. For sure might be for maybe. Ooh, okay, Stain Life. Stain Life. They stained me. These are very stainable eyeshadows. Look at that. Just so you know. Super stainable. All right, fam, time for the last two, the two kind of pinky, fuchsia, purpley-esque ones. This one here is called Seize the Day, and this shade here is called Sandbar, so I'm really excited about this. Let's take Seize the Day. And by the way, Seize the Day is not spelled like seize the day or die regretting the time you lost without you here. Too many people to wake over. Avenged Sevenfold, remember them? Remember them? Oh, he was so sexy, that little singer of Avenged Sevenfold. I could get sweaty right now. I think he is so much hotter than what's his face that everybody loves from Maroon 5, who I also used to be in love with, but not anymore. I take it with this same brush. I've been liking this brush. Ooh. Again, a lot of color. It's just like it looks a little shimmery to me, believe it or not. That's pretty. I really like this color. Oh, but it looks a little chalky to me still. I really freaking love this color. And it's like a sheen, but it looks like it's going on a little patchy, but I like it. I almost worried that it's going on more patchy because of my application and not because of the shadow, but I really don't know for sure. Right in here, it's not going on the best, and sometimes that starts to happen after like my third or fourth shadow that I've swatched. Ooh, the fallout is everywhere, but that is gorgeous. I much prefer this shade to that hot pink one earlier. This one is going on a lot better, a lot less streaky. There were just a few little parts where I feel like it didn't really go on my lid that well. Right here where I'm kind of placing over. And I think it's just because my lid is so dry from all this live swatching. I think with a primer, this shade would be so bomb. This is like, whoa. Oh, I'm just kind of trying to sweep off any fallout underneath, but I'm obsessed with this freaking shade. I think with a primer, this is going to be stunning. I would love to wear, I know again, a brown smoky eye all over the lid. With this on the lid and just like some black in the crease, I think would look fantastic. I love this. It's funny because when you swatch Seize the Day, it is more dry. I do feel how it's really dry. It's almost too dry. I don't know. Something about Seize the Day I can't wrap my mind around. I love this shade. I love the color. It's like freaking phenomenal. But there's a texture of it that's strange. It's really just dry. It just feels dry, so I don't know. But with a primer, it might be fine.
Do anything for a smile, holding you till I die and dance.
SANDBAR. I'm a mess. I'm always a mess by the end of these live swatching videos. You guys know it. So we're taking SANDBAR, and this is like a Barbie pink, it looks like. And I'm losing lighting quickly. This and start adding it through the crease. Dusting it all over the lid. It looks like a more sheer version of Seize the Day here. This one out of most of them is going on the most consistent. Literally, you guys, it's really consistent. Like between my crease, my lid, like the transition, everything seems to be blending and flowing together nicely in the same type of pigmentation. Do you know what I mean? The other ones were a little bit patchy in some areas and then super pigmented in some areas. This one overall looks the same, and that's what I love. This one is fantastic. I really, really like this shade. Ooh! It's crazy how similar they are, but they are different. This one definitely has that more red in it, which I like. I'm also going to take a little bit more of SANDBAR on my finger, just like I did with this one, and I'm going to apply a little bit of that on my lid so we can see what that would look like concentrated. Oh my goodness! This is seriously like Barbie life. This is Barbie life. Whew! That was a lot of live swatching. Oh my gosh, there's just pink everywhere. This was like pink madness, but now I'm really inspired to do like a super duper pink makeup look. My goodness, fam, this was nuts. This is dirty. I really loved these shadows. There were a bunch of fun, bright ones. SANDBAR went on so well, so evenly. I really love the shade of Seize the Day. I think it's a very unique, like berry red kind of color, but it just did not quite apply as well as SANDBAR did. It was a little bit more dry, and to me it just didn't feel so good. For sure I was for Maybe On, if you remember. Again, I love the color, but they're with these more neon type of shades, you almost, it's almost impossible. It's hard. I haven't found many brands that have been able to create the reds and the fuchsias and the neons in a way that they are very buttery and smooth and creamy. Yeah, I don't know. I like them, but I think they really need a primer to make them go on a little bit more evenly. The Super Shock shadows were both super cute as well. TANKINI was pretty, but it was just, you know, a shimmer yellow. Kelp Me, I thought was just stunning. It was just like a fireball color that was just so unique to me. I seriously, seriously loved it. West Coast Scenario was lovely, just a really nice orange. And same with the canary yellow from earlier, the Tiki color. That was also fantastic. So the only thing I think they're still trying to find their way around these really, really pinky, you know, violet, neon-y type of really unique shades that honestly not a lot of brands can get that well because they're super hard to make. They just are. There's certain dyes you're not allowed to use, and oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know why. Some are better than others as usual. Any of these kind of more reddish magenta ones were a little bit tricky to use, but they are stunning colors, and I think with the right base you can totally get them to work. So I really don't think that they should be skipped on or overlooked. They are so pretty and they're gonna be great for summer, and I do really enjoy them, but they were a little patchy and a little chalky in some areas. Let me know what you guys thought. Oh my gosh, I look like such a mess. I need to get off camera. You know that by the end of a live swatching video I always just look insane. And again, thank you to everyone who voted for me on the Colourpop thing. That was just like the nicest thing ever. If you have not voted yet, I think they're still taking votes. You can enter a name for who you'd like them to collab with. I'll leave it down below. Definitely come hang out with me on Snapchat, Twitter, or Instagram. They'll be linked down below. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!